queer spaces are really important because yeah, diga Father's Day. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm out and about, I do not want to see amadoda. Yeah, diga Father's Day. Ingase kubekho amankazana and amankazana that are your target market. Like ingase nibonwe zibaddies. And the baddies is ezinjani is queer. Yeah, I don't care for straight women like that. You know, they can be there doing club culture and eating corruption money in the clubs and stuff like that. I'm okay with that. What is Gucci Kani Eaters? My name is Push, aka the Creative Queer, the Masculine, continuing Queen Kumganikazi, Trip Magaz with Fit, a captain of Cool, a grill, gan. Welcome back to yet another video, another week, another video. Thank you so much for clicking on here this week. Once again, I'm back from my bush holiday. Ndimnandi. I'm leka. Thank you so much for watching that vlog. I really enjoyed my girlfriend's birthday. The other was the last week or the week before that. But yeah, man, I enjoyed myself. Beautiful gowns, man, and there's like so many beautiful like places in South Africa that I did not know of. Like, I never knew there was a place called Buffalo Sport, and I found it on Airbnb. When I was searching for cabins, because my girlfriend and I went to another cabin, but it was in Hartis back in May during my birthday, and we absolutely enjoyed that experience, and we're like, we have to do it again. Because in winter it was like a more cozy, indoorsy thing, kind of a thing, and then now that her birthday at least is in summer, we're able to also like do a lot of fun activities as well. And yeah, man, it was really fun, man. And yeah, man, South Africa is really beautiful. Like, kuhle man out there, man. It's yeah. Then coincidentally, there was then a debate on Twitter the very same day. I think I dropped that vlog, or the day after, about bush getaways. Is it worth it? Hey, I would never pay this much for a bush getaway because it's so expensive. I'd rather go international, blah blah blah. Guys, I don't know if you guys did economics, AUCT, Ecos 101. We were taught about this thing called marginal utility. Marginal utility is basically your enjoyment in something versus sort of the money that you spend. Not the money, but your enjoyment in doing something. And enjoyment, so this thing on Twitter, Twitter politics and Twitter standards, trying to equate an international trip to a bush getaway in South Africa and saying this is more expensive and and all of this and that, the third. Like, guys, come on, man. If you did ecos, you know what I'm talking about. Marginal utility, it's all about the personal enjoyment of law. So let people spend their money how they wish, man. Like, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I digress a lot. But yeah, I enjoyed myself, and thank you so much for watching that video. I enjoyed creating it as well. And yeah, I'm back to South Africa, not back to South Africa, back to my house eating and yeah, I'm shooting this video. As you can see by the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking about queer spaces, or the importance of queer spaces and queer events, also like beyond Pride Month. But before we get into that chat, on queer news this week, Amaroto went to investigate and we found nothing. I'm kidding. It is Pride Month, so that is the queer news. I'm excited, but like, it is Pride Month in South Africa. If you're wondering why October is Pride Month in South Africa, sorry. I actually wanted to, if you are wondering, if you're watching this and you're international, why Pride Month is Pride Month in October in South Africa, I have a friend of mine who runs this cool page called The Queeriest Quest. She also has like a master's degree in like, actually need to look at her credentials. She has like a master's degree in like queer studies. So she's studied all things queer and queer people. But yeah, it's Pride Month in South Africa. She posted this post, so I'm reading it from there. And why I'm mentioning about Uyune Masters is because she's a credible source, is what I was trying to prove to you guys. But anyway, South Africa has had its why October is Pride Month in South Africa. South Africa had its first Pride March on the 13th of October 1990 in Johannesburg. It was publicly noted. It was the first publicly noted Pride March. It was the first publicly noted Pride March in the African continent and acted as both a Pride event and an anti-apartheid march. That is why we are celebrating Pride Month. That is why we are celebrating, October as Pride Month in South Africa. And, of course, because it's Pride Month, a lot of queer activities are going to be happening. I've been looking at my timeline. Recently, last week, a new Pride event on the block. Queer event on the block. Guys need to check it out if you haven't already. I haven't, and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of myself. It's called Sundays and Them. It's a mostly lesbian event. That recently launched this last weekend. I wasn't able to attend. I was gonna call my friend, but she's not feeling well. My friend went to tell me how it went, but I could see from the social media post that it was quite great. The lineup also looked really dope. I knew some of the DJs and I've heard some of the DJs play. So it really did look exciting. I love queer spaces and queer events, and it's been more. So that's one queer news. I know Pride obviously is having Pride, and from the looks of things, it's gonna be in Sandton again, not at Wanderers as we had hoped. My friends and I, even my girlfriend, have made the executive decision that Asizi, mainly because of just the safety. A lot of reports came out last year that yabona ku-complexes ngoku sizane report yangxala lenje. Okay, it's done. A lot of reports last year. People were. Do you guys hear that dog? I'm gonna punch it. But anyway, a lot of reports came out that people lost their phones. They just lost. You couldn't see the stage. It was far. Just logistically, it just didn't work. So I don't know who the queer or the Joburg Pride event organizers are. To me, it does seem like they are tone deaf and they want what they want or whatever the heck is happening behind the scenes. But I do not think they're on the ground listening to needs as queers. And it's so unfortunate, or I don't know what the word to use, because as queer people, we value safety the most because general society doesn't feel safe for us. So having queer events does make us feel like we are in a safe space where we can party. Because you smoke the blunt, you become vulnerable, and as a queer person, you are susceptible to many violences in society, even more than a woman. And other people in society in general. So I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but I'm not going there. Please, in the comment section, tell me what other events are happening during Pride, because I am looking for whether it's like an after party Pride event or whatever the case may be. I do want to be out in the streets, because I do know by Joburg Pride or that weekend, La Month End weekend, is always anticipated wherever we go. So please tell me in the comment section, where are you guys going? Siapi. So that is what I have on my general news bulletin about queer news, queer events. And the third, so let's jump into today's video and today's intention. I wanted to talk about queer spaces and queer events, of course, because it is Pride Month. And maybe share some of my experiences and why I think queer spaces and events are important. I moved to Johannesburg in 2019. I had lived in Kimberley for 3 years before then, and at Kimberley, Betunana, well, actually, it wasn't really different from Queenstown because Queenstown is a really small town. Kimberley's literally almost the same, just a different culture and way of being. But in essence, the small townness of it was the same. And I spent time in Kimberley because I was working there, and this was my first job. And during that time in my life, I was absolutely sure that I'm gay and I'm working. Financially, I'm free and I'm independent, and I want to live my life authentically. So I never really had the experiences of, going to queer events from coming from a small town in Queenstown. I never had that chance. When I was in Cape Town, AUCT, I think about those years, between. I think about those years and I wasted them in the closet. I was so scared when I was in varsity to just live my truth. So I never went to Cape Town Pride or any queer events in Cape Town. So I didn't know anything. Then I moved to Kimberley, which was a small town, and had no queer events or no queer culture really, but there were queer people actually. I actually did make a couple of queer friends, but it was nothing beyond, us sitting in our, small circles and, socializing. Then I moved to Johannesburg, like I said, in 2019, and obviously the one thing I was most excited about was the queer spaces. I wanted my reflection. I wanted myself reflected back in society, and I think that is essentially why it is important to have queer spaces. It's the same reason why it's important to have black people in media. We want, as black people who are the majority in this country, to be reflected in media and in spaces. This is why Roads Must Fall is important, that people of the university need to see themselves reflected in the university, whether it's in the artwork on the walls, in lectures, academia. As people, we thrive when we are validated, when our language is spoken, when our people like us are doing the same things as us. So the one thing I was excited about when I got to Johannesburg was the queer scene. So in 2019, I went to my first queer event with my then girlfriend, and we went to an event by 6 band events. I had a time. It was a pride event. No, it was an event that was happening during Pride Month, but it wasn't that. So I never went to the actual Pride March that year. I went to the after party, and this after party was kwakumnandi. It was like this lingerie party thing going on, but most of the attendees there were lesbian women or just queer women in general. And I just remember coming back from that event feeling so seen. So I don't know of this feeling, but I do recall back then that after that, maybe 2-3 weeks after that event, I came out to my mom. That's how validating that experience was. I was like, you know what? If ever and I don't think it was a matter of me being unsure, but it was a matter of me feeling like, yeah, man, like, Sbaninzi, and I just felt this, I don't know, I just felt a rainbow come over me, and I just came out to my mom on WhatsApp, and I said, hey, I'm gay, and this and that, the third, and well, the rest is history. So yes, it was important for me, or it was pivotal for me that I went to that event, and I think that is one of the things that sort of kickstarted and became such a what's the word? A starter to me seeing how important it is to have queer events. Like, I was like, oh my God, I saw stats, I saw femmes, I saw thems. It was just like a world of one. It was a whole new world. It was like a whole new wonder, a whole new world. I was like, what? There are so many different queer people. There's like, I don't know, man. I just felt like I was at home. And also I felt safe. Damn, I felt safe. I remember feeling very safe. Everybody was just polite, at Groove, when you are sitting in somebody's place and then I figure with a skanky face, like, how club culture is. I figure with a skank face, like, there was none of that. It's like, oh, you're sitting, it's fine. I'll let you sit. Man, but nice, man, but open. Yeah, so I really, really enjoyed that. And that for me, like I'm saying, it was really pivotal. Or from yeah, it was a very pivotal point for me in terms of how I then moved after that. And then after that, I decided, you know what, I will go to queer events. I will make it my life's mission to go to queer events. And after that, I went to Triple S, Same Sex Saturdays. The first one I went to was somewhere in, where was it, Kanin? It was in Newtown, Maboneng. Yeah, it was in a venue in Maboneng. My first time at Triple S. I really remember the DJ. I don't remember what happened at that event. But kwakumnandi way too. I was with, the lesbians, and this was now post-COVID, because 2019 I went to that 6-band event. Then COVID happened, everything shut down, and then everything slowly came back post COVID. So I went to Triple S, and it was nice. It was lovely. Don't highly recommend that venue though, because banibela indoors hamza moto. I was pissed because banibela indoors hamza moto, and I was like, never again at that venue. It was just a dodgy, and darling, I'm a cheat girl, please. Then yeah, I enjoyed Triple S. Then after that, my other queer event that I went to was Vogue Nights. Vogue Nights, if you don't know these events, I'll put them in the comment section. But the next one was Vogue Nights Josie. Vogue Nights. Firstly, at the time when it came out, I didn't even know I knew what voguing was. This is what I knew voguing was. That's all. I didn't know about the culture of ballroom or anything like that. Then I watched Pose, and then I saw, okay, this is where, the history of ballroom and the culture comes from. And I was like, okay. So then I grew like an interest. I'm like, oh my God, I want to in real life, on a series, go Pose. So I went to my first Vogue Nights sometime in, slack it, I can't remember, maybe 2021 or whatever. It was nice. I really enjoyed it. A lot of trans people or trans women, a lot of the gay culture, obviously because of the history of ballroom and all that, were there. There weren't as much lesbians though, I will say. There weren't as much lesbians as I would have liked. Mnanda wathanda mankazana around way. So there weren't a lot of women, but there were far and few in between, some women. And then at some point I got overstimulated. I was like, and overstimulated. And also I didn't know what to expect of the event. So I remember going there thinking, piano, kakulu. And Amapiano was sort of on the rise post-COVID most, if you remember. So everywhere I went, I was just expecting there to be Amapiano. So I remember like these experiences as I'm from the top of my head there. I remember thinking, Amapiano, but obviously because of the culture of ballroom, the kind of music they're going to play there is, I don't know, is ballroom a genre? I don't know if ballroom is a genre, but like Beyonce basically on Cowboy Carter, that kind of, is it Cowboy Carter? Not Cowboy Carter. The one before that, the album before that kind of music, pop, and at the time I wasn't really, I didn't really know that music. So I remember sitting at the event, I was like, in front of my piano, nah, kind of a thing. But it was nice. It was nice to kind of see what I saw on Pose happening in real life. I was like, oh my God, this is like historical almost. So that was the one time I went to Vogue Nights. Then I went again, maybe last year? I can't remember. Last year or the year before that. But I came pretty late, but it was nice. Deb Gogo was playing. It was absolutely lovely. And then that's Vogue Nights. Then after Vogue Nights, I've been to Q the Social. They call themselves Q the Social now, but before then it was a different name. So Q the Social is it's a speed dating kind of an event. I do know that they are branching off into other sort of aspects of it. You guys can check out their page. But Q, the Social, when I went, was speed dating. That's where I met Lando Mazana. Oh, when I went to speed dating at Valentine's Day, it was the last year, and she told me I'm full of myself and wada whatnot. um, so yeah, I think I've been there twice. I've done speed dating. I think speed dating for me as a person, it's just not for me. Well, ndiyajola ngoku, but yeah, go be single. It was just not for me. I tried it twice, and I said, you know what? I think the grand, only because I just feel very overstimulated. Like, oh, ukuze explain like abantu abaninzi. Yes, I love talking about myself, but like, yo, sana, not ganjalo, and just like, all of these people know this bits of information about me now, Yeah, I just get overstimulated after talking to like three people. I'm usually like burnt out and like want to cut the cameras. And I also think like it's unfair for the people that are going to come, after that to thingy to, because I'm not going to be interested after three people. I'm shut off. But anyway, nonetheless, the event was nice, but speed dating for me. But if you want to speed date and you want the speed dating experience, do follow their page as well. Yeah, I've had a good experience there. Then there was also the event, and I've been debating on whether or not the Tetelendo, because it's obviously the elephant in the room. I also embarked on a queer event. I was part of co-running a queer event around 2021. Yeah, between 2021 2022. Oh, my heart is beating fast as I talk about it. And yeah, anyway, I did this event, and I think the premise of it was sort of like a daytime experience for queer women, a lot of, not queer women, but queers in general. At the time, I did not see a lot of, brands, or manditi, a lot of mainstream didn't really collaborate with with queer events or queer people. It always felt like they only just collaborate with queer, events, get Pride Month. So it was really nice to be a part of that. And for me, it was also like about the actualization of the community that I had online. Like, I poured my heart into that event. And a lot of you guys attended the event as well. I had the time, man. Like, the people that I met, or the community that I created online on this here channel, were interacting with me, or I met them in real life at the event, and created so many beautiful memories with you guys. And yeah, man, I enjoyed that space, and I was like, you know what, yo, man, queer events is where it's at, queer communities where it's at. I really enjoy this, coupled with the fact that I enjoyed events. I've always done events. And actually, when I look at my CV of event planning, far back as like grade 7, I was creating or helping my teacher create, stuff for the concert, and creating costumes and bringing things together in high school, being part of the Xhosa society and creating events for that, doing junior city council, creating events for that. Onto varsity, I was the cultural rep at my res. I did Mr. and Miss Clernas. I did an open mic. So when I sit down and I think about it, I'm like, damn, you know what? This is actually something that I've really, really, really enjoyed. So during that time, I will say it was the best time of my life. I enjoyed. I poured my heart and soul and passion and whatever it is into it. And unfortunately, it got taken away from me. Not ngothanda kwami, not ngothanda kwami at all, but it got taken away from me, and I was devastated when that happened. And it was obviously coupled with a breakup as well. And I just, it just felt like, the community that I built online, and the people that I've met at the event were like just snatched away from me. Like, it felt, it's synonymous to the feeling as of and you can't find that toy because somebody stole it from you. I can equate it to that feeling, and I wept for it. I grieved for it. I went to therapy about it, because obviously it goes beyond just the event. It like I said, the breakup was also involved in this. So yeah, that was a really fun time, in queer events. But that chapter unfortunately ended. And yeah, those are essentially the queer events that I've been to. I have seen a couple of other events based on the people that I follow. I've seen an event called It's a Queer Thing. I think it happens mostly Epitoli. I don't know much about it. And it does look like a very young crowd. So mna ndimdala ngoku sana. And then also, what's this thing? It's called Queerioke. It's like a games night for queer people. Also check that out. I've seen that on my social. If you have any other queer events, please tell me in the comment section, because I'm disazi ezinye. But yeah, man, I do think queer spaces are really important, because yeah, diga Father's Day. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm out and about, I do not want to see amadoda, especially if I'm smoking or whatever the case may be. I just want to and be myself. So I really think, like I said, I remember I said this in another video. Would say, yeah, diga Father's Day. Ingase kubekho amangazana, and amangazana that are your target market. Like ingase nibonwe zibaddies. And the baddies is queer. Yeah, I don't care for straight women like that. They can be there doing club culture and eating corruption money in the clubs and stuff like that. I'm okay with that. I want to be seen and validated by queer women. So I really think queer spaces and events, even beyond Pride Month, because they are literally our lifeline. I met my current partner not on social media, on at an actual queer event. I actually met her at Queertopia earlier this year. So shout outs to Queertopia, darling. Oh, I didn't mention Queertopia. Queertopia is also done by Same-Sex Saturdays. And it's more like of a festival, like a 2-day festival. Because like more people come and a more variety of people come, because you see a lot of people that I've never seen, aka my girlfriend, because I ain't never seen her in my life before that day. And then she saw me, and then I saw her, and then sabonana, beautiful gowns. So queer spaces are important even for that, because they are our lifeline. Because in normal life and in normal media, asikho, asibonakali, asivakali. I really, really do think that it's important, again, as umdu, to be reflected back in society. Queer spaces just hit different. And for me, the passion has never died for queer events and queer people and creating community, which then brings me to my next segment. I am embarking on a new creative venture. I am starting a new queer event. It is called, drumroll please, the Backyard Hangout. Yeah, man, I'm so excited to share this new venture with you guys. Like I said, I have been in the event spaces before. I've been in the queer event spacing before. So this is just a rebirth of what I've been thinking about, what I've been manifesting, what I've been just dreaming about for the past, since I've done that other queer event as well. So I'm absolutely excited about it. The Backyard Hangout is what it's called. The idea stems from, as a child, I remember my dad is a lover of braai, and as a result, the braai master myself. But my dad loved hosting braais. If we got our learner's license, he would, host a braai. If we passed our term 2 report, he's braaiing. If we did this, if we did that, he braaied. That man braaied, okay? And he would bring his friends and tell his friends that my daughter is doing this and this and that, the third. It was always exciting for me to see community. I think, it comes off of the idea that of community sort of at the core of it all. Like I said, growing up with a dad who loved bringing people together. He likes entertaining guests. So I saw a lot of that growing up with my dad. And really and he used to make mini speeches and say, you know what, njengamaXhosa singabantu abazimasayo. Ukuzimasa kubalulekile ukuthi because singabantu, umuntu ngumuntu ngenxa yabanye abantu. I am a daughter because I have a mother. I am a girlfriend because I have a girlfriend. I am a creative queer because you guys watch this channel. So I do, like, at the core, and one of my very important values is community. My toughest times I've gone through because of community. And yeah, man, I really, really love community. I really have loved my queer community, a community that I've created online over the past years that I've had this channel. And fun fact, the therapist that I'm seeing was recommended by somebody that, I have acquainted myself with, befriended online. And she has been holding me down for the past 4 years since I've been to therapy. So I'm a firm believer in community, and I think community can heal you a lot. I don't know how I would have made it through any tough times without the people that I love in my life. And yeah, Backyard Hangout is essentially just a manifestation of my love for community, number one. And number two, for hoster. My friends know that I love hosting. I absolutely enjoy having people over. I enjoy bringing them together. I remember planning my 30th birthday party, like, begumnandi. I love house parties. I like gatherings. Earlier this year, I hosted a listening party because I had started DJing, and, I created a couple of playlists. And, I did this whole listening party, invited some close friends, did a whole ticket, did a poster, the whole works, Even when I hosted a sleepover for my friends the other time, I curated that whole experience. So I love curating experiences. My girlfriend's birthday trip as well, I was curating things and, making her excited and hyping her up. And it's just who I am. And I think back to Backyard Hangouts, it's now combining my love for community, my love for bringing people together, along with also what I feel like is needed in the queer space. Right now, there's like the events that I've named. A lot of them are sort of nighttime events, groove. For the youngins, mostly. For the youngins, and I'm sort of growing a bit older. Oh, can't believe the older queer. I'm a bit older. My lifestyle choices a bit different to when I was younger. Sometimes andifuna usela xa ndisendaweni. Sometimes andifuna Sometimes I just want to relax, and I really enjoy still interacting with my friends, because I think the premise of it is also like being able to just have a conversation with somebody without screaming, and then uzawuthini, okay, hey, mnandi ukubona, imnandi lando, imnandi for what it is, but also for me as a queer person myself, and as a consumer of events, and as umuntu who loves ubumnandi. But I don't want to be like, yo, ndimdala mna ngoku andisaphumi, it's about a daytime experience. It's about a more chilled, relaxed experience. You think of yourself during a nice summertime in the backyard. Kuyabraywa, umculo uyatsho, kukhala Rex Rabanye in the background, okanye ingoma uzokwenza ibhasi ngayo. You're looking beautiful, unxibe ilineni. You put your shoes to the side, you're sipping on some champagne, or if awuseli, uziphathele non-alcoholic champagne yakho. Chayihabli, but it's a beautiful day. The women are beautiful. Amankazana are dressed to the nines. You're playing games on the grass. You're playing Crazy 8 with your friends here. Omnia there is playing a shot roulette. Omnia there is playing, what are these outdoor games, like noughts and crosses, and Omnia there is playing pool. Omnia just met Omnia Pana and is challenging them to a game of pool. So it's like an outdoor event like that, that I've been working on and that I've been trying to curate. I've been shit scared, okay, but you know what? We do it scared either way. And yeah, man, it's for queers mainly, but other people are also welcome. We don't discriminate. But it's for queers mainly because of my love of the queer community and queer spaces. So do check it out. Let me show you guys. I launched today actually, and I finally bit the bullet. It is called the Backyard Hangout. Please go follow the page. I'll put the link in the description. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be beautiful. I hope the December rains don't happen because or the summer rains don't happen. I wanna launch soon or have the first event soon. So yeah, man, do check it out and do support me as you've been supporting me online. Let's see each other. Let's see each other in real life. I might even bring the podcast, this platform, or at the actual event as well. In fact, I'm planning on doing that. But we'll grow together and we'll have fun. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I think queer spaces are really, really important. And I think there's nobody else to do it, man. Like, it has to be queer people. Nobody else is gonna advocate for us. We have to create these spaces. And so I'm really, really happy that other creators are creating different kinds of queer events, because we are so different in tastes as abantu, as queer people. And yeah, man, we need a variety of events and not just, the normal mainstream stuff that we've always seen. So super excited for that, and excited for Pride Month. I guess the older I get, the more gayer I get, and the more I just fall in love with myself. And falling in love with myself means falling in love with the people that look like me as well. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for this next chapter in my life. And I hope you are too. In the comment section, tell me, what are your queer events that you have enjoyed? Maybe some I need to check out as well. I am looking for a queer event to go to for Pride, because I'm not going to Joburg Pride. So tell me in the comment section. And yeah, man, wish me luck for my new business venture, Queer Spaces, for my new business venture. And I will see you guys in the streets. I will always see you in the streets. And yeah, thank you, man. Thank you so much for watching this week's video and this week's episode. Love you loads, Gesana, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace in the Middle East.